So you're thinking about moving from Florida to Richmond, Virginia. Today we are embarking on a journey from the land of beaches and sunshine to the southern charm and hospitality of Virginia. So buckle up. We're going to take a look at whether trading in the beach vibes for southern charm is a move worth making. And we're getting after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Richmond, Virginia, and the surrounding counties of Hanover, Henrico, Chesterfield, New Kent, Goochland, and Powhatan, then subscribe below and tap the notifications bell so you can be the first to know about the current market in Richmond, Virginia. My name is Scott Durnley with Joyner Fine Properties, where we help folks make the transition from one home to another, or in many cases, one state to another. So my team and I get calls from folks like you every single day looking to make that move to the greater Richmond area, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days, 90 days, heck, even 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All of that information is linked below, and we can help you make a smooth move to Richmond, Virginia. So I love to vacation in Florida. There's no doubt about it. Florida is a beautiful state with lots to offer. But I am born and raised in Virginia, so I may be a little bit biased. So today we're going to go over 7 areas where I feel Richmond, Virginia has the upper hand on the Sunshine State. Right, our very first reason where I think Virginia has the upper hand is the cost of housing. Internet research revealed in 2023 the cost of an average single-family home in Florida was $479,000 compared to $444,000 in Virginia. So Virginia is basically $35,000 or 8% on average less expensive. Now I know these numbers can vary widely depending on what area in Florida you're comparing to what area in Virginia, so I'm just kind of sticking with the averages. For example, if you were to compare a waterfront city like Miami to like a more rural area of Virginia, like say Roanoke, that $35,000 difference is going to be way higher, way higher. On the flip side, if you compare an area in Central Florida, not on the water, something like Lake City, and if you compare that to something in Northern Virginia up off the Beltway where things are very expensive in Virginia, that probably would flip and Virginia would be higher. So again, you just have to look at averages here, but on average, Virginia is going to be less expensive. Now, I do know the cost of housing is basically skyrocketed everywhere across America, but I am consistently seeing things in the news saying how the house prices in Florida are just blowing up. One report I read said in the last 5 years, housing prices in Florida have increased by an average of 73.5%. Wow, that is a lot. Now, predictions for Florida over the next 5 years are not as dramatic as this, but they are still predicted to keep on rising. All right, so now you've bought that expensive house in Florida, you have to insure it. You're always going to have homeowners insurance. So according to the website bankrate.com, the national average for $300,000 of dwelling coverage is $2,230 annually. In Virginia, according to the same website, that average is $1,500 for $300,000 of annual coverage. And in Florida, that rises to a staggering $5,500 annually for $300,000 of homeowners insurance coverage. So basically, Virginia is less than the national average. Florida is way above the average. And if you're comparing Virginia to Florida, Florida is about 3.5 times more expensive for your homeowners insurance than Virginia. Now, the reason for this is not a mystery. It's Mother Nature. During hurricane season, it seems like just about every hurricane I see on the news is making landfall somewhere in Florida. Those storms are always way less intense by the time they get up to Virginia, or they don't make it at all and they don't exist by the time they get to Virginia. So the billions and billions of dollars that insurance companies are having to pay out for that damage in Florida, it just makes the rates higher. All right, reason number 3. Traffic in Richmond, Virginia is not going to drive you insane. Like I said before, I've taken many vacations to Florida, and that almost always involves me renting a car and getting out on the road and driving. Traffic in and around some of the major cities in Florida, like Miami, Orlando, just to name a few, it can be rough. Don't worry though, you can go from bumper to bumper to smooth sailing here in Virginia. With a much lower population density, Richmond offers smooth roads and far less traffic headaches. So say goodbye to that daily gridlock and hello to a stress-free commute. So reason number 4 is nature's playground with a southern twist. Florida's beauty is impressive with its gorgeous white sand beaches, but hold on to your sun hats, folks. Virginia has a few surprises up its sleeve. With lush green landscapes, enchanting waterfalls, and sprawling national parks, Virginia is absolutely a nature lover's paradise. Add in a sprinkle of southern charm and hospitality, and you've really got yourself a winning combination. So Richmond is just a perfect location in the state. It's very centrally located and close to so much. If you like the mountains, we're just a little over an hour from Charlottesville in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Now, Virginia is one of the top 5 wine producing states in America, and many of Virginia's wineries are up in the scenic mountain areas around Charlottesville. It is absolutely gorgeous up there. Is the beach more your thing? Now, if you're coming from Florida, you may not want to give up the beaches altogether, but don't worry, we've got you covered. You can be in Virginia Beach in around 2 hours and the Outer Banks of North Carolina in just over 3 hours if you need to get your beach fix. Do you want to visit the nation's capital in Washington, D.C.? That is under 2 hours, just up I-95. Richmond is just simply accessible to so many things. So I have created a very handy relocation guide that can save you hours of time and effort, and you can link to that right below. It's a must download, and I think you'll get some great information out of it. Reason number 5 is our close-knit communities and our famous Southern hospitality. In Florida, it can be easy to get lost in the big city life surrounded by millions of strangers, but here in Richmond, Virginia, warm and welcoming communities await. Say goodbye to the impersonal vibes and hello to friendly neighbors that greet you with a wave and a smile. Hospitality here will make you feel like you've found your way to your new home. So reason number 6, I'm going to call our culinary awesome sauce. Richmond has become very well known as a culinary destination over the last several years. Now, according to a survey done by the app Yelp that we all have on our phones and we use for restaurant reviews and things like that, Richmond came in as number 7 in their survey of top 10 foodie cities in 2022. Now, in March of 2023, Food and Wine magazine featured an article entitled, "Richmond, Virginia has become a culinary powerhouse." In 2022, Forbes magazine had a feature entitled, 10 Reasons Why Richmond, Virginia is a Hidden Culinary Gem. Richmond was also just named the best city in America to grab a burger based on research done by the real estate company HomeBay. Now, this list can go on for a while. These are just a few of the critical acclaims Richmond has received from various media outlets. There are just so many amazing restaurants in Richmond, from Bookbinder's Steak and Seafood down in historic Shockoe Bottom to La Mer and the Jefferson Hotel, just to name a few. Now, in addition to food, we are also becoming really well known on the national scene for our microbrewing. There are so many microbreweries in Richmond, Virginia, and a lot of them are in an area called Scott's Addition, which is a really hotbed for microbrewing here. But there's Hardywood, there's Kindred Spirit, there's Vale Brewing, there's Ardent, there's Mainline, Three Notched, Stone Brewing, Legend Brewing. I could just go on and on and on. tons of wonderful breweries. Just like Charlottesville is our wine destination, Richmond is Virginia's beer destination. Now, I know I'm kind of venturing out of the culinary world here, but we also have a great and vibrant music scene here in Richmond with the Altria Theater, Virginia Credit Union Live, which is an amphitheater at the Richmond Raceway. The National is a great downtown music venue, and there's so many more. Now, the Altria Theater will also host nationally recognized comedians and off-Broadway shows in addition to music. Now, Richmond is also the home for great museums like the Museum of Fine Arts, the Poe Museum, the Science Museum of Virginia, the Museum of History and Culture, the Museum of the Confederacy. Remember, Richmond was the capital of the Confederacy way back in the day. There's a great park system in Richmond for folks that want outdoor fun. There's festivals and events throughout the years. It literally seems like every weekend of the year there is something cool going on in the RVA. Reason number 7 is the spirit of opportunity and growth. With the nation's best education system and policies that give companies room, both literally and figuratively, to grow, Virginia is America's top state for business in 2024, according to CNBC. Now, this is the Old Dominion's 6th time atop the CNBC rankings, and it's its 3rd win in the last 5 years. Now, this is a feat unmatched by any other state since the study began in 2007. Again, in a very rare feat this year in 2024, Virginia finished in the top half or better of each of the study's 10 categories. So jobs are just an area where Richmond does excel. There are a lot of major employers in the city of Richmond. There's the entire Virginia Commonwealth University and Medical College of Virginia complex downtown that employs thousands of people. Richmond is also the state capital, so you have our government complex, which is in downtown Richmond, that employs thousands of government workers. Now, the greater RVA area is the headquarters of a lot of private companies as well. There's Dominion Energy, there's Mead-Westvaco, James River Group, McKesson General Medical, Altria, which most people knew as Philip Morris, Brinks, Estes Trucking, Reynolds Metals, Ethel Corporation, all of the major law firms like Hunton & Williams, investment firms like Scott & Stringfellow, and accounting firms like Deloitte all have offices in downtown Richmond. There's so many more. This is just the tip of the iceberg, but Richmond has so much to offer from a jobs and employment perspective.
And now for the question of the day. For those of you who are thinking about moving to the greater Richmond area, where are you moving from? And what is the main reason you're leaving your current city or your current state? I'm truly curious, so let me know down below. Make sure you leave your answer in the comments below because I do want to hear what you have to say. Also, if you have any questions or thoughts, you can leave those in the comments below, or better yet, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. My information should pop up on the screen.
So there you go, Florida adventurers. 7 reasons why making the leap from the Sunshine State to the southern charm and hospitality of Virginia might just be worth it. From affordability and friendly communities, the breathtaking nature and culinary delights, Richmond, Virginia offers a unique blend of opportunities and heartfelt experiences. Ultimately, the decision to make the move north up to Virginia is yours to make. So whether you choose to stay put or embark on a new adventure in Virginia, may your journey be filled with excitement, growth, and a place you can proudly call home. Again, my name is Scott Dernley with Joyner Fine Properties, and my team and I have helped countless folks over my 20 plus years of real estate relocate to the area, and I would love to work with you as well. I've created a very helpful relocation guide which you can download below, and that can save you hours of time and research if you're thinking about moving to the area. It's a must download, and I hope you take advantage of it. So remember, whether you're moving in 9 days, 90 days, even 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All that information is linked in the description right below. And until next time, I hope to show you around town. Take care, folks.